Greetings, eaters, and welcome to my kitchen and patio in rainy Las Vegas, Nevada. It's not usually rainy, but it is today. We're in monsoon season, and I'm exploring why I didn't like humidity previously, and I especially don't like it with like 90 to 110 degree heat. But in any case, dinner still has to get made. So recently, I made a video of me smoking some beef ribs. And a lot of people have been asking for the smoking stuff for a long time, and I've been pushing off on it because, I mean, honestly, there's not that much to smoking. If you have a good smoker, it is the easiest thing in the world to do. But I did beef ribs. I'm going to do baby backs today because everyone likes baby backs, and this is just going to kind of drive home everything that we did with the beef ribs. It's a very similar process. I'm going to apply some rub. I'm going to apply some brown sugar. I'm going to pop them on the smoker. I'm going to let them smoke for 3 to 4 hours, and then I'm going to pull them off and I'm going to cut them up and I'm going to eat them. Now, if you buy into Chili's marketing, your baby back ribs are supposed to fall off the bone. If you go to an actual barbecue contest and your ribs fall off the bone, you will not win. So I don't recommend that. That's not how I like them. But if that is the way you like them, if you like your ribs to basically just end up tasting like roast, then what you want to do is you want to smoke them for about 3 hours, and then you want to wrap them in foil and either put them back on the smoker for another hour or so, or put them in your oven. It doesn't really matter at that point because once you've wrapped them in foil, there's no smoke getting into them, so you just need the heat and the foil and the moisture from the meat smoking out within the foil. So that's a thing you can do if you want, but again, I'm not doing it. So sorry, I mean, not hard to do if you want to do it. You just basically need to seal it up somehow and let them steam out. So before we go any further, we're going to have a look at shoes and do a restaurant recommendation. So today's shoes are low top Chucks with the classic Converse logo on the side. Very comfortable, always a fan of the classics. So this is one of those. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's starting to rain pretty well out there, which is, that's okay. I'm from Seattle, I'm used to the rain. It rains a little harder here when it rains, but it doesn't rain for long, and I like to save money on watering my my plants and trees and bushes and all that stuff. So this is going to save me some money this week on water. Plus, we're having a little drought here, so try to conserve as best that we can. As far as the restaurant recommendation for this week goes, I'm going to give you one in Portland. I love delis, and you probably get that from the stuff that I recommend here, but Kenny and Zook's Deli in Portland, I don't think I've recommended that one before. I really need to put together a spreadsheet so I can track what I've been recommending and what I haven't, but Kenny and Zook's, I would put it in my top 3 delis in America, honestly. I'd be them and Sarge's and in New York, and then I mean there's more I haven't tried. I need to get down to Texas and try Ohio and try some of theirs, but I love Kenny and Zook's and I love Sarge's in New York, so we're going with Kenny and Zook's today. I love good sandwiches in general. I've got a lot of good sandwich places, but I mean, as you probably figured out, my main jam is Asian food and Asian soup. So I'll give you an extra. I love pho. It's harder to find here. It's everywhere in Seattle. My kids grew up on it. I found a new place here called Mang Felix on Rainbow and the 215 Beltway that was pretty solid. I liked it quite a bit. So there you go. That's a twofer for you this week on restaurants. I'm pretty sure I got enough restaurants to run me forever, but I really do need to start tracking it because every time I think I have a recommendation, I'm like, did I do that already? I don't know. I can't remember. So anyway, let's get down to business here. I've got these 2 racks of ribs here. Welcome to shrinkflation land. These usually come in 3 packs. I bought them at Sam's Club. They're now down to 2. Annoying. I assume the same is true at Costco, but I haven't tried to buy ribs there lately. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the bottom side with Kinders or Kinders. I still haven't figured that out. It's one of those 2. But again, make your own or use this stuff. This stuff's pretty good. So just put a coat of it on the bottom and then rub it or pat it more accurately. And then we're going to go ahead and flip this on over and do the top. You want a good coat of this on here. And I do prefer dry rub. I don't put sauce on it until it's out. I just like to have the rub, like to be able to taste the rub. But I do like barbecue sauce, and you can either make your own. If you buy some, I don't like Famous Dave's restaurant very much, but I do like their barbecue sauces. So then I'm just gonna hit it with some brown sugar, and if you make your own rub, remember, don't put the brown sugar in the rub. Do that separately, because otherwise it gets very clumpy, and you do not want that. You want to put a good amount on here. It's going to kind of caramelize on here. And that's it, they're ready to go. Some people say that you should put the rub on and let them sit in the fridge for a while, or let them sit overnight or whatever. I've tried it, I don't really see a big difference, so it's up to you. I mean, some people like to honor tradition. I honor tradition in a lot of things, but I do kind of pick and choose if something's worth my time. So there you go, this is ready to go. So we're going to move on out to the patio, and we're using my small Traeger today because it's just the wife and me eating, and there will definitely be leftovers because I can't put it away like I used to. So these are ready to go. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and let these smoke for about 4 hours. You can do 3 or 4 hours. We're doing 4 hours today. I'll come back and we'll cut them up and we'll eat them. It's that simple. So stay tuned, we'll be back. Also, I neglected to say what the temperature is that we're using again. So on Traegers, there's just a smoke function that kind of fluctuates between about 180 and 200. That's the best one to use for smoking meat. Traegers, you can also kick them up higher and use them as a grill. I don't do that, that's a waste of pellets. I've got a Weber for that. So always smoke between 180 and 220 and you will get what you want. We're back to take the ribs off the smoker. They've been smoking now for a little over 4 hours. So I think we're ready to go. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, ribs are done. I've let them sit for a few minutes. So let's go ahead and start cutting them up and see how they look. Okay, those look pretty fantastic. Delicious. Okay, so there you go. Perfect baby back ribs, ready to eat. Not quite falling off the bone, but easy to slide off if you want to. That took me probably about 10 minutes of prep time, and then I put it on the smoker, left it there 4 hours, came back and got it, smoked it on my pellet smoker, again at the smoke level, which is between 180 and 220. And now I'm going to eat this, and it's going to be great. But thanks for joining us again. Another awesome meal from the smoker of the Obesity Sherpa. Apologies to our guest, Jimmy Kimmel. Do you guys want to learn how to make squirrel pie? I'm sure someone out there must. I heard Chris Pratt likes squirrel. I don't know, he's pretty cool. So want to make sure that we're catering to everybody. So please like and follow us on all social media platforms. Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram Reels, that's all the same thing, I think. We're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube is our main channel, and we're on Rumble as well, and I'm sure there's others that I'm not thinking of at the moment, but until next time, keep on eating.